I like your new hat.
Yeah. I didn't like it at first, but it actually kind of fits. What's your favorite chocolate bar, Nick?
Mounds.
Mounds.
Bounty Bar in Canada.
Oh, yeah. Bounty Bar's great.
You don't have, do you have Almond Joy here? You know Almond Joy?
I've never seen it.
Alright, so in America there's these two candy bars. They're like brothers.
There we go.
Brother candy bars.
Yep.
One is Mounds and it's dark chocolate with coconut. The other is Almond Joy, which is milk chocolate with coconut with an almond on top, like between the coconut and the chocolate. So there's like a lump.
So much better confectionaries in America.
This is what I was saying yesterday, that people always give America a hard time for being fat, but the food is way better.
Well, yeah.
The snack food, at least, the junk food.
Better not in the
Better
way of
tasting.
better at making you fat.
Yes, and better tasting. So you are more likely to eat it.
Even Canadian cereal is
Yeah,
inferior.
and it's like 3 times the price.
Yeah.
It's like paying like $8 to buy a box of Reese's Puffs or something. I guess that's good in some ways because you're not fat, but
Yeah.
it is frustrating when you want to eat some good junk food.
I wonder why they call it Bounty Bar versus Mounds.
Probably whatever company, I don't know, sells it here has decided on different marketing. I don't know, there's Cadbury here.
Bounty is like evokes pirates, and Pirates of the
HMS
Caribbean.
Bounty.
There's coconuts on Caribbean islands.
Yeah.
Coconut is, of course, the main reason why. I love coconut and chocolate. I think it's
Me too.
a match made in heaven, Nick.
Like those Timbits with the chocolate with the coconut covering.
Which ones?
They're chocolate, but they got the coconut flakes all over it.
Oh yeah. I'm a big fan of there's yogurt with coconut, like Liberty Mediterranean yogurt.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of that lately.
So, you figured out how to get out of here?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my humanity. There's a guy I can fight.
Oh, okay.
But I forget. Do I even have any? Should be like a item I can
Usable humanity?
There we go.
I thought you just had some regular ones.
Well, I need 2 anyway.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, you want to there's an invader you want
Yeah.
to fight.
Yeah.
Okay. We haven't been non-hollow in a while.
It's kind of scary because I mean, if I die here, I lose. I only have so much humanity,
Yeah.
So that's why I don't like using it too often, and I don't really do online stuff. So
Yeah. You're a solo kind of guy.
yeah. Someone asked me the other day if I was if I had signed up for like a pre-order for the Dark Souls 2,
Yeah?
which I have not. I don't believe in pre-orders. I think they're a scam. Pay more money so you can get it like the first day. When
Is
I have to wait.
it actually more money? Or is it like compared to buying it used or like a month after it comes out?
Yeah. Also, I think often it is more money.
Huh, I thought usually it's a deal if you pre-order.
And see, this is what happens when you use your humanity.
That's what happens when you're...
It always happens once and then we're fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. It's definitely the PC port is unstable because this computer is powerful enough to handle it.
Yeah. Frame rate is lower with the recording software we have though.
That's true,
It
but
drags.
that's true, but
Now where am I going to end up? Perfect.
not always. Yeah, I thought you should get a deal if you pre-order. Like you get some percentage off, so it's like it's a assured sales for the company, and then it's a deal for you. But it's not. It's I guess if they know people pre-order it anyway, they can raise the price.
Yeah.
So it's already at pre-order stage.
Apparently.
And this is it coming out with PC at the same time as?
That I don't know.
Okay.
It was a probably because I mean, I think it's a next gen game. I thought it was.
But the next gen systems are out in like a couple months now.
Well, like November. I don't really
it's like
plan
2
on
months.
getting one right away.
Yeah.
Plan on seeing which one comes out on top,
Yeah.
and then waiting for a price drop.
There'll be a price sale at Christmas at worst.
Oh, there probably won't be a sale at Christmas. Christmas will be the first chance to get a lot of people buying it at full price. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You wait like at least a year before you price drop it, or unless it gets really poorly. Like they haven't even price dropped the 3DS yet. I think they're talking about it.
I don't.
There is the 2DS which they came out with.
You know, I think these will do well, both Xbox and PS4, but I don't think it'll be
I
as
think
dominant as the previous generation. I think mobile has taken too much out of it.
I disagree. I think we've just forgotten. It's been so long since the new one, how much of a fervor there will be, but there will be, and it'll be the thing to get.
We'll see.
And
I think they'll both do well.
No, I think maybe initially, but I think one will come out on top.
But I think they'll do well in the way that both Xbox and PS3 did well, but PS3 obviously was second place.
I think it's gonna.
You think it's gonna be even more lopsided than that?
No, I think it'll be the death of one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They put too much at stake. Sony especially has too much at stake on it.
Yeah.
And if it's not a huge success, then all of the other divisions are such money losers that it will be the death of not Sony, but perhaps their hardware division.
Yeah, they are the favorites though.
Yeah, I think they will come out on top.
I mean, I'm sure they already have the Japanese market locked up anyway.
Oh yeah, Microsoft has
There's nothing.
Nothing in there.
I wonder if they're going to try to expand into traditionally PC markets like China or Korea.
I guess China's.
Is that even possible?
Maybe.
I don't know.
They've been fine for the last 30 years without China as a market. So.
True, but China is one of the few markets that's getting richer and richer, and it's also enormous.
Yeah, I mean, but it's always been enormous.
Yeah, but not with people with disposable income.
Maybe it's not. I guess I think it's on top of their list.
I think there's some sort of trade laws too that prevent. I'm not sure. But we'll see.
I think if it happens, it happens, and they'll be happy. If it becomes.
I'm rooting for Sony. Just because I've always been a PlayStation guy.
Yeah, I mean, 360 is great.
There's
great.
nothing wrong with it either.
I'm rooting for Nintendo, but that's
They're done.
lost cause. Well, I think they'll have one last gasp to try something. Like when they're really on the ropes, it'll be interesting, because they weren't really on. Wii was such a success they kind of could afford to have this.
Yeah.
But once they have their backs against the wall, they'll, I think, have the opportunity to do something really crazy, and that's usually when Nintendo's good.
I also think even if the TV console goes out, they're still almost. I think there will be alone in the handheld. And I think obviously mobile's taking a chunk out of handheld, but if there's only one, there's still room for one. I think
there is going to be a Vita price drop, which I'm considered getting, because there's some games on there that I want to play. So we still need to finish the PEI story.
Oh yes. Where did we leave off?
I almost kind of start over because I think we did a poor job telling it. Not because partly it's because you were telling it. Partly because I had no part in it, because I didn't really feel like talking, and I use it as putting you on the spot as an excuse to not have to say anything.
Yeah.
But
they laid me out to dry.
Maybe because it's not that exciting when you say it.
I think we should just go faster through it.
Well, you tried doing that.
And then you kept stopping me, but then not saying anything.
Yeah. But I don't know if you listened to it, but it wasn't that.
I didn't. I never actually watched these.
Yeah.
I was there. I lived it. And then don't remember.
Well, I think PEI is certainly, on the face of it, very dull.
Yeah.
And quiet. It's peaceful. That's a nice way of saying it.
Why don't we sum up our feelings about it? or what? Like, give a summary rather than a step by step, because it's kind of hard to follow when you weren't there.
Well, I think it's on the onus is on you and I to be good storytellers.
Why don't I'll ask you questions and you answer.
We could do that. I was gonna say, I was talking. If you have questions, you can ask me.
All right, let's do that.
Just because I think it'd be admitting defeat and saying we aren't good at speaking, and this is kind of what the point of this is to do that. So
True.
if you can't, if you can't even tell a good travel story, then maybe you should just pack it up. You're not meant for this. But I digress. Well, okay, so the first day was a disaster.
Yes, we went over that.
But I don't know if we did a good job fully engrossing the listener in how much of a disaster it was.
It was very harrowing.
Well, we aren't seasoned travelers.
No.
You more than I, but even then. Okay, there we go.
King
Where is
Jeremiah. Up there.
This guy looks really weird.
Got a huge thing on his head.
Yep. Uses pyromancies. Pretty cool effects.
He's got a whip. Is that a whip?
Yep.
That's
gonna
cool.
be mine.
Oh, it's so easy to stagger.
If he hits me though, I'm fucked.
Oh. Crap.
Oy vey. There goes that humanity. So much like that, it was a disaster.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, we got to the airport and we were all ready to go, and then like it's such a shitty thing to happen to have your bags get lost.
It's very demoralizing.
Especially so when everything you need to continue is in those bags. So it's like we had pretty tight schedule to begin with on the first day in order to get everything done, and then we just stopped right at the moment we got there.
Yeah.
It's like, well, now we have to just think about the whole thing. Like, what are we gonna do? But so we just said, okay, let's do what we can. I only have okay.
There you go.
And go along with the plan up to the point where we will need the bags. So we walked all the way down to the. And in fact, maybe not having those heavy backpacks would have made it easier. All the way down to City Hall, like a good hour and a half walk through Charlottetown.
Do you need to reverse hollowing while you're here?
Oh yeah, I thought you did. And then it was a nice day. It was overcast, which it was the whole time.
We met those grumpy walk sign robots.
Yeah, they had this weird robot that.
Wait.
Yeah, I guess they must have had problems people listening to the signs. Maybe tourists who left from not Canada didn't know what they were doing.
Places without street crossings.
Yeah, or those particular ones. Anyway, also the street lights are we're used to the vertical red, yellow, green. They had a horizontal, a Formula One racing type, bunch of crazy lights. It was weird.
Do you have to kill all those guys again?
Once I awaken them, I think they will.
Why not just go to the right here?
But
they're not following you.
I was testing that theory. You're right.
Okay.
What?
Recover. So we got delayed right as we got there, which is just
right. So we're already kind of in poor spirits.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then we got to City Hall, going to get our bikes, and then found out that the panniers, which to hold all of our gear and take 30 pounds of weight off our backs, were not there. They didn't have any.
This was a rookie mistake by me not reserving them.
Yeah, And so that was the second setback. And then we got back, and it was like getting close to sundown. Finally, they had the bags. Thing is, I didn't tell you because I didn't want to alarm you on the way over. But I saw that on the tarmac, because it's such a small plane, they loaded you could see out the window them loading the luggage on. And you could see our bags outside, like our luggage, our backpacks, just lying there. And I was like, I knew, like the whole flight, I was like,
crap.
I was like trying to delude myself, thinking, oh, maybe it was someone else had the same backpack. But they're very distinctive camping backpacks with like the sleeping mats Velcro to the side.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe it's just one of ours, and the one with the stuff that we use in it, but no. But yeah, we got back. We spent so much time just going to and from that airport, and I was like, when are we actually going to have a trip?
Yeah, we spent. Oh, that is just.
I just had to back up.
Or go right next to him. Because see, it's like a circle around him.
Is it
either back up a ton?
Is it just random as to where the fire appears, or is it always have nothing right next to him?
I think it's a radius around him. I think it's not right next to him, and it's not far away from him.
Okay.
But it's right in the middle.
Well, okay.
Next time I'll tell you to heal before you summon him while you're running around. What does this guy drop?
Like with every single invading NPC, you get their weapon and their armor set.
Okay. Get the big hat thing.
Yep. Yeah, so we got back to the airport, and we spent so much time at the airport. Like we weren't even like first day was barely even. Felt like we were not going to be able to disappoint this. It was a pretty crappy time. And then they had the bags, which was fine.
Oh, nice.
And we were like worried about, are we going to make it to the campsite on time? Is it going to rain on the way there? Which it did, but luckily not until the end. And they were like, you wanted to get a hotel in Charlottetown. I had you call
the campsite.
And they confirmed that we could get there. And I said, yep. And I said, okay, let's do it. So we loaded up on airport restaurant food and Gatorade.
Yep.
I had chowder. You had
lobster roll.
The seafood was good even at the
airport
restaurant.
That's the benefit of PEI.
The cashier lady I remember her making some kind of weird joke about how bumpy the roads were.
We told her we were biking across the island. Oh, that must be tough considering how hilly the island is. Something like that.
Yeah, but she said something about her being sarcastic. She said two things. Like one of them.
But we didn't laugh at the joke. That was the problem.
Yeah.
She's just being friendly, and we were just sitting there, not laughing.
Yeah, they're very friendly people.
Well, isn't that your theory that you don't like to fake laugh?
Yeah, it's not a theory. It's what I do.
Your mantra.
I have no philosophy behind it.
Ethos.
I don't think too much about it. Mom, buddy, invade. But anyway, yeah. So we set out. Since either of us had driven road bikes before.
Yeah.
Luckily, Derek, our roommate, lent us cycling shorts. He's really into cycling. Those came in handy.
Very much so.
So many hours sitting on that bike. Remember, going on that trail, the Confederacy Trail, you would come across road crossings, on the highway, and there would be a little gate to stop you from just going straight through, forcing you to get off your bike and walk it through.
It's mainly stopping cars from driving on there.
Yeah, but also the thing I said.
It affects us.
And I also, also to stop motorcycles and ATVs, and even horses aren't allowed on that trail. There's a sign saying
Oxen.
so. Mm-hmm. Or hunting. You're not allowed to hunt on the trail. But yeah, so we have to get off, and by hour 5, just so painful to get off that bike.
It was both painful and relieving.
Yeah, initially it's like taking a band-aid off. So get off, and then but anyway.
Then you had to get back on.
Then you had to get back on. But it was initially pretty fun. You know,
Yeah.
starting I was like, oh, it's actually really
we were
nice.
in good spirit. We had overcome all the difficulties, and we were in
Yeah,
good
we
spirits.
thought we were, through the worst of it, and really we had just begun. And so it was really like a test of like, I did reverse hollow, right?
Yeah, you're white in the top left. This guy's just taking his sweet time.
See, I really just forgot what I was gonna say.
We were just starting off. We were in a
Good moods. It was really just a test to get the worst of it, so that we could enjoy.
Oh god.
I'm glad that he came up.
Yeah. Good roll. Oh, that was weird.
There you go. Just had to get up close to him.
Yeah, he's not very strong, health-wise.
Well, he had no shields, you know.
Yeah.
And
you were healed up, so it didn't hurt you as much to get hit by the fire.
So at the moment, all I have is this whip.
This is not part of Honey Boo's
Probably needs dexterity to use it.
blunt. Yeah. Where are you, buddy? Still getting people wanting us to use only clubs. It looks cool though. Yeah, it's dexterity. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Take that.
Indiana Jones.
Imagine if I had dexterity, how much better it would be. Anyway, I'm not going to use that. So yeah, we were getting in the groove of things. We got lost to begin with, and that was like if we probably hadn't had that initial setback, we would have gotten there in better spirits.
Yeah.
But yeah, we started getting tired because it's not endurance, but because our muscles weren't used to.
Yeah, it was like endurance was totally fine. It was the quads.
Yep.
That's what was killing us.
It's pretty rough.
And to see it, I've done a lot of backpacking and hiking,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's what informed me. Like that's why I forgot the panniers. I was just used to carrying everything in a backpack. That's why I thought, oh yeah, we can go this far. But
nothing.
and it was
no.
we were strong enough endurance-wise. Just our quads were just not used to it. At least that was my experience.
Yeah. And yeah, so we had some supply, like provisions, like granola bars and whatever, but we ran out of those pretty quickly. Oh my!
You hadn't gotten those before?
There's many places shit I haven't gone here yet.
Oh.
It's an ambush.
It's totally worth it.
Yeah, and then we were short on supplies. Like all we had was like a Gatorade between us.
Yeah, we were out of water.
And water is important to have when you're
Yeah.
trekking like that.
Yeah, that's a little. That should have been more obvious. But we just didn't expect it to take so long.
I don't know if we
That's
thought maybe we guess we knew.
we just didn't think it would take so long. We had
Yeah.
enough water for a couple hours. It just we didn't think it would take like 8 hours.
Mhm. Nevertheless, here we were at the end of all things.
Yes, it did really feel like we were the last two people on Earth.
Yeah, because it got dark and we had to break out the headlamps, which was a good buy.
Very good.
They saved our lives in all likelihood.
I mean, and even had we been totally on time, we would have had to bike a little bit in the dark. We knew that coming in.
I'm gonna die here.
What is this?
This is where I need to go, but I think I'm gonna die here.
It is Dark Souls.
We basically, it's a pretty narrow path. There's like a strip of grass often in the middle of it, so you could have to go to the right or left to make it even narrower.
Yeah.
And to someone.
What is that? Oh, one of these wheel guys.
There's a bunch of them in here. You don't want them ganging up on you.
Yeah. You can take them one-on-one easily.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah.
The narrow path.
Narrow path, and then once it was dark, very little. It was very little sunlight as it was, and then we ran out of sunlight.
Yeah.
So it really just okay. We need to hurry as fast as possible to the campsite so we can go to sleep in some kind of shelter. We hadn't really considered sleeping on the side of the road at that point.
No.
Which we ended up doing on the second day, but quite good success.
Yeah.
But we were like, we had this huge grandiose plan of making it to like a campsite each day on basically the far-flung corners of the island. If we couldn't even do it on the first day, then we were total failures.
Yeah.
It was almost like a shame that was driving us.
Certainly was driving me. It's like, we had planned this whole trip, and then nothing. Oh my god.
So many. All right, next time.
That's 50K full.
Yeah. But so the lights only worked about like 3 feet in front of us. It was very much like Blair Witch Project style, like total darkness.
Yeah, it was us, and occasionally you'd come across some houses.
We'd have to check every now and then to see like if we're going the right way, like how far we were. There was a time when we thought we were like twice as far as where we were. Yeah, because there was like a river that we were going to cross, but we thought we'd cross one.
Well, it crosses this same road twice, just like 30 kilometers apart. Yeah. That was disheartening.
And they're like, oh, we actually have like, we kept, every time it was like, how much further do you think we have to go? And we kept like extending the estimation.
Well, it's only 2 hours more. We say every hour.
By the end of it, we were like, I think we were trying to overestimate so that it would feel like, it's probably like another 3 hours before we get there.
We're going to get there in 3 weeks.
It was all about tempering your expectations.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want your body to feel like it
was almost there.
Yeah.
It could rest.
Yeah. And then we got, by the end of it, we had to go, well, we didn't actually have to, but we ended up, because we didn't know where we were going, really, on like a paved road. Which was initially much nicer. It was so...
We knew we had to go there.
Less friction, right?
Yeah.
Like, part of the problem was, dirt roads.
It's like sand.
Gravel, yeah.
It's like between sand and gravel.
It was hard. And, we got on the paved road. It was nice originally, or initially, but then, because it's meant for cars, they could be much steeper. And so the hills were just...
brutal.
Yeah. Soul crushing. I think we ended up walking up the bikes up some of the time.
Yeah.
Some of the hills.
We made a few though. I do remember having to just say like, let's take a break here.
Yeah. Well, we got to the Mortons. We were starving and had no energy left.
The town of Kensington, PEI. Yeah. Shout out.
The one store that was open.
The one, yeah. The only.
Basically, we were the only like. Every house even we went by like had no lights on. There was a cool part earlier where we were at there was like a small hamlet where there was like a farmer's market or something. Some kind of like event tent.
Oh, it was like the summer festival or something.
And the nice thing about the trail is that there are like every so often
oh, these guys are scary.
Every so often there are like benches or gazebos.
Oh, yep.
Which we spent longer and longer on each time. Getting the backpacks off. Such a struggle, and then getting it back on, and because they were like just tearing at your shoulders.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know how like in the army, like these guys in World War II with these heavy 70-pound backpacks.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
I did the backpacking thing. I remember those were heavier backpacks because we had to carry more because we were going for 2 weeks. And those were like 50 pounds. And the first couple days were just horrible in the same way as the first day was horrible. But then you just get used to it.
Which I guess we did
ourselves.
But that first day
was
brutal. But we we were so close we could feel it to the campsite. Oh, I guess to say the place we were at with there was like a nice, much larger gazebo we stopped at for probably longer than we should have. I guess we took in but everything, the whole town was dead. Right?
Yeah.
There was like everyone.
We didn't see another human being, except for maybe one car, from like 9 p.m. to the end, 3 a.m.
And then we got to the campsite finally. It had started raining when we hit Kensington, but it was pretty light.
Yeah, and also I was like not aware of it really at that point. I was like, totally focused.
Yeah, our minds had shut off, and it definitely did start like almost being hallucinatory.
Yeah.
Like, I know. Oh, there was one time earlier on when it started getting dark where I could have sworn I looked back, and there was someone else behind you.
Yeah.
And I like kind of stopped to let them pass, but
they never did.
There was no one there.
Yeah. And then I remember you mentioning that to me. I was like, oh, there's nobody else. Spooky.
And it was weird. It continues to be weird.
The ghost of John A. MacDonald.
But we were losing it.
Yeah.
All our faculties.
Well, it's like not only was it like all our senses were dulled by being tired, but also just like it was dark out. You know, it was kind of a little bit chilly. It was interesting.
Yeah, and then we got to the campsite. What do you call it? The camp in charge person, manager.
The camp in charge person.
Yeah. What's the name of that?
The attendant.
Sure. Very nice. Gave us.
Showed us where our campsite was. Yeah. Gave us some newspapers to start a fire.
Yeah, which we had no way of doing that the first night. It was raining so much by the time we got there that it was actually after all this we had to put a tent up.
Yeah.
And you couldn't see, like, it was a very dark campsite. And then, as far as we knew, we were the only ones there. But nevertheless, we made it that first night.
Yep.
We felt some sort of accomplishment.
It's a glorious feeling.
We kind of just passed out. There we go.
Annex key.
Kind of just passed out at the end.
Yeah, slept
in
for
the tent. Woke up the next morning. Still pretty drained.
Yeah. And we had decided the night before that we were not going to continue on the next day.
Yeah, like
basically the next day
it was
rest.
a crazy plan. We were never going to make it to a campsite each day because the first day was not even the longest.
Yeah, we were insane. Like, we didn't have any idea how hard it was to bike the distances we were deciding on. Well, we probably should have thought of it, but you know, neither of us had ever done a long-term bike trip. But you know, that's what we did it for. We wanted to learn.
We woke up the next morning in the tent, and like the sides of the tent were like going crazy, and the rain was pouring down on us from outside. So we couldn't leave the tent for a good while. Just kind of laid there, and this was what was the name of it? Cabot Beach.
Cabot Beach, Provincial Park.
It's by the on the ocean, on the coast.
The north coast, north central coast.
Yeah, and it was quite a strong ocean breeze and ocean weather.
I will say about the tent though, it really held up well. Like nothing really got wet. It was easy to set up.
Yeah.
Come back, friend. Oh no, don't come back.
It's quite temperamental weather though.
Yeah. And it was annoying too because every person we talked to, and we mentioned that we were visiting, they said, "Oh, you should have come last weekend. The weather was beautiful."
Oh, nice. Although I think the heat and the sun would have been almost worse.
Almost worse, but I think the rain pushed it to being. Like I'd rather it being hot and dry than cool and rainy. Cool and not rainy would be the best for biking.
But the second day we couldn't really enjoy the scenery at all because it was enduring the rain was the challenge. Well, this is another challenge of enduring the weather. We left the tent and got drenched.
Yeah.
Because it stopped and immediately started again, and just having wet
soaked
clothes.
is,
Yeah,
it
like,
is
just the socks.
another demoralizing thing.
And like I ended up, like basically every pair of sock I went through that day and got soaked. And I couldn't. There was a dryer, but I didn't want to use it. Like the money spent on it, like because it wasn't like a totally roughing it campsite.
Yeah, there was electricity in some. Like it was mostly campers, like RVs and that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
And yeah, there was like amenities.
There was good bathrooms and so yeah, it wasn't like we were in the wilderness, but yeah. I mean, that was easier for me because I was just used to it from my scouting experience. Oh. Did he also get hit?
Yep.
Oh, sort of skated away.
Yeah, it's physics.
But yeah, like the one tip they always give you for camping, which we may have wanted to remember, is cotton is just not good to wear if it's raining.
Mm-hmm.
Or and generally just don't wear it because it might rain.
We learned a lot of lessons
Yeah.
on that trip for future trips.
Yes.
Can opener, viewing actual can opener. This is too much work to use the
Yeah, I think we thought the Viking was hard. The opening cans with the pocket knife can opener was.
Yeah, like just making lunch was having like a decent lunch was work in itself.
We did. There was though right near the provincial park was this fisherman's wharf, and they had a restaurant there, and we got a good lunch there.
Yeah, I had another good, much better, obviously, chowder.
I had some really good fresh scallops, which is it's hard to get really good fresh seafood in Toronto.
Yeah, but that made us feel much better.
Yeah,
And then
it was like we were alive again.
The weather improved.
Weather improved. We got some nice photos. Walked around.
Yeah, there was a pretty cool beach.
Yep. And what's really nice about PEI is the fields are just like very beautiful. The meadows and there's flowers and.
Yeah, the whole place seemed so like empty and desolate at night, and then when we were biking back, we realized what we missed. It was just
like amazingly beautiful.
Pretty picturesque.
It was like, if you were imagining what a beautiful farming area looks like. It's like the most cliche, but it was real.
It was real. I created my mind.
So do we do anything else?
That was a DS9. I'm not actually crazy.
You've been on a real DS9 kick.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that.
Well, yeah, we got plenty of time.
That was the second day. Was the weather and then getting drenched.
But it did have its good moments.
Yeah, we got by the end of it was fine, and we tried making a fire that night.
Yeah, but it just didn't work because it was super windy and all the wood was still soaked.
Yeah. And
it was that was again really frustrating.
I think even like someone who's really good, like a survivor man or something, would have had trouble with making a fire.
Yeah.
It was not ideal.
One thing that sucks is we couldn't bring a lighter on the plane, obviously.
Yeah, because we couldn't have a proper camping stove.
Or fuel, like so.
Or fuel, yeah.
That's one thing we should not fly to our next camping destination. For everything that was bad about flying, we experienced delays, lost baggage.
Well, we were like
no fuel.
Yeah, as far as the other campers, and we were the only ones that had like just a tent.
I think I saw one other tent there. Everyone else was RVing.
They had a tent, but they also had like an RV.
Yeah, they had those like enormous family tents. What strength do we need to go to?
I'm just as high as you want to go. I can now wield the next weapon, but I haven't gotten far enough to get it yet.
Okay, but you don't want to start putting into faith and trying to be a cleric?
I think I'm at was I at 30 faith?
I don't know. I didn't check.
That's all I needed to be, I think.
Okay.
In order to wield my final weapon. Not
18 faith.
Maybe it was 20 faith. I don't know. I think start working
in the future, from now on, put it into faith.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was the second day.
Yep.
A little better, but still, as far as vacation
still
goes,
had some challenges.
Yeah. We had learned from mistakes, and we're still learning more. Third day, we were like, okay, we're going to spend the morning in camp, enjoy it a bit, and then leave and work our way back, but not try and go all the way back in one day.
Yeah.
But go half the way one
Like,
day. Camp
a little
at
more
the-
than half, I think.
Yeah, a little more than half. As far as we could do in the one day, reasonably, and then camp on the side of the road, and then do the last leg of the way back on the last day.
Yeah.
So we got up and we actually successfully made a fire.
Yes.
It dried out enough.
It was. Remember the scene in Castaway when he successfully makes a fire? Yeah, I thought you got the key.
There's some kind of contraption in the basement.
It felt like that. It was like such a wonderful feeling when we got that fire going. We cooked some pasta. It was great. Hello, guys. Not too swift.
Where was that well?
Oh, go through here.
Yeah, so third day actually went pretty smoothly.
Yeah,
things started working out for us.
It was raining a little bit at first, but once we got past that, it was actually really nice weather.
Yeah, we actually got to enjoy the scenery.
We ate a huge pizza in Kensington, which was nice.
Yeah, we really carbo loaded.
Yeah.
We also got at the convenience store like some good hard tack.
Oh, some biscuits.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hard
It did. They weren't that hard. They were nice and soft, but also thick.
Yeah.
That was
Stuck
nice.
to your bones.
Yeah. It was that, and that was the most beautiful day. We actually had some sun. It looked like Anne of Green Gables. The houses. Yeah, so I think that was my favorite day. And then we.
Yeah, side of the road.
Yep, we found a place. There was a latrine on the trail, and we just camped on the side of the road near that.
That's good. Man.
Yeah, maybe he followed you. I don't know how.
There might be another hidden doorway down here. Yeah, and it was kind of fun just on the side of the road, in that field, meadow.
You did get pooped on by a bird.
That was earlier in the day, but yeah. It happens.
You were egging them on.
It was good. It was a good photo opportunity.
Yeah. But it happens to the best of us. I've been pooped on before.
That was the third day though. You kind of had to be there to appreciate it, but other than that, it was rather uneventful. And then the fourth day, we had a much shorter. Oh well, I guess there was another small town we were in. It's kind of interesting. But
What was that?
I remember we got the water. Met those dudes.
Oh yeah.
There's some kind of like,
One of the towns in PEI.
what's it called?
I don't remember. There was a park there. We met some guys who
Parquet.
they had. They knew some people who did the Trans-Canada Trail. Now that would be an intensive experience.
Yeah, it kind of like demeaned us by saying,
We just had this harrowing journey of 50 kilometers, 75 kilometers, and saying, "Oh well, I know someone who went the entirety of Canada." Thanks a lot, buddy. But I'd say the Islanders were, on the whole, extremely nice.
Mhm.
It's very different than Toronto. They're not that they're Torontonians are mean or anything. It's just we don't really interact with strangers like that.
But that's where I need to go. There's supposed to be some kind of switch down here.
It's probably up past that guy.
Do you have your phone?
Yeah.
Look up where the switch is.
Okay.
Painted Rule of Ariamis.
Switch.
I know it's in the basement. There's actually a maze down there. Yeah, fourth day we made it back pretty early on in the day. And we
Yeah,
kinda
made it
got
back to Charlottetown.
Yeah, we got to enjoy Charlottetown a bit. Very much a tourist trap.
But a nice tourist trap.
As long as you don't get trapped by it, yeah.
We had a nice meal. There's a very soulful busker with an acoustic guitar right outside the restaurant.
Yeah.
We got lost at one point and we kept having to walk back and forth past this one busker with a saxophone.
Oh, yeah.
And he kept eyeing us as we walked by and didn't give him money. We had to...
Well, he wasn't a very good
No.
saxophone player.
We had to go a different route to avoid him. Anything else that we... I mean, I say Charlottetown would be nice to visit for as long as we did, in like a couple hours.
I wouldn't want to live there.
It wasn't that bad.
It seemed kind of dull and boring.
Well,
Kind of reminded me of my own hometown, which I happily left.
ouch. But I know what you mean.
Is it your hometown?
No.
Would you want to go back to your hometown? Like, live there, you think?
It wouldn't be so bad, but my hometown is 20 minutes from Boston.
True.
So even though it's a
Mine's
suburb,
like
it's not.
Hour and a
it's
half
small
from
town.
Ottawa, which is also a crappy place.
Okay, so what are we looking for about...
Painted World of Ariamis.
Yeah, I'm on the page.
So just go to the walkthrough part, and there should be like a section of how to get the switch underneath. I think another basement that's not under the well, which would suck. Oh, is it? No. It's actually a bad place to be. There's no way I was getting out of there alive. Yeah, I made it back home, safe and sound. Had a stopover in Halifax.
Nice airport.
Yeah, they're the Booster Juice that had a poster of Jose Bautista signed by the team. I guess must have been down there for training.
Yeah. Could have done it with some more training.
Ouch.
Accessing the annex without annex key.
I wanna do
We
that.
don't need that.
It's in the walkthrough part,
Uh,
which is before that part.
I know, I'm reading the walkthrough, but I'm not finding anything about a switch.
It's exciting internet television.
Yep. Before finishing the level by killing the boss or not, you should definitely explore the annex area
Before that.
Go down the well and find a small labyrinth of narrow, dark tunnels occupied by skeleton wheels. Exercise care, because being attacked by skeleton wheels from behind is usually fatal. Well, we've experienced that. From the ladder, walk slowly down the hallway. At the first intersection, there's a skeleton wheel to the right and a quick dead end. The left corridor ends at a junction. Straight ahead of the junction is an illusory wall, past which is another skeleton wheel and the annex key for the chapel area.
Wait. Okay. So we got that.
Left at the junction leads to more corridors, and loot. Right, and loot. Someone forgot a period. Right leads to another illusory wall, behind which is a large chamber filled with skeleton wheels.
Yep.
A safer way into this chamber is to return to the central courtyard.
Yep.
Okay, to the right of the door to the bonfire, as seen from the central statue, I don't know what that sentence means, are some stairs. These lead to a ladder down to a chamber containing about half a dozen skeleton wheels. Is that what this is?
Yep.
At the far end of the chamber is a light coming through the roof and illuminating a skeleton and some loot. Okay, there's that. There is a wheel on the closest pillar to this skeleton, which opens the door to the central tower above. That must be what we're looking for. Right?
Maybe we'll keep reading though.
This room is exceptionally dangerous, since being attacked by multiple skeleton wheels at once is very hard to survive.
But
Lure the skeletons back, blah blah blah. That's it.
There's something about
I think that wheel is what they mean.
That's an enemy.
No, I think it's confusing because there's also skeleton wheels. But there is a wheel on the closest pillar to the skeleton which opens the door to the central tower above.
Oh, okay.
He went through. Okay, so there should be some sort of wheel.
Does it say central pillar?
It's next to the skeleton. That's all it says.
The first skeleton.
The skeleton that's being illuminated by the.
Okay, so the first one. I'm gonna have to kill all these guys.
Yeah.
First. Oh, I think I see it.
Ah.
Cutscene.
So any final thoughts on the trip?
I wish I could have enjoyed it more. Like,
Oh, come
it,
on.
well, it doesn't matter. 6,000 souls. I get, but yeah, I wish I could have enjoyed it more. But I appreciate the experience. You know, it was a good challenge.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I think we didn't do as well as we hoped, but we hope was completely. We could have done a lot worse.
I think we did better than we should have hoped.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I think if, for instance, had a third person who was much more ornery than us, or much more pessimistic, it would have kept us down. We would never have made it.
I'm glad that
Like, there's a chance we could have
us.
never made it out of Charlottetown.
Yeah.
If we had decided to stay in the hotel on the first day, because if we were there after the first day and it was raining the second day,
Yeah.
we couldn't have set off on the second day, and the third day, what would be the point?
Yeah. I agree. You know, it sucked at first, but I think I'm glad I went, because I mean, part of doing these kind of trips, camping, biking, is you're purposely making it hard on yourself
Mm-hmm.
to have an adventure and overcome something, and I think we succeeded. We succeeded too well in making it hard on ourselves.
Well, it's just.
But I'm glad we did that.
We weren't. It would have been better if we were more prepared
I
in what we were
agree.
getting into, because
Yeah.
too much of the challenge was being unprepared.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if we had we set the challenge, we knew the challenge and we knew we could beat it. But I had a good time, and you know, we don't get to go out into the wilderness too much in Toronto. So I like that aspect of it.
Now, I only had one trip this summer. You have had 2 more trips now.
3 more.
3 more.
Yeah, I
Wait.
just completed one.
Wait, you went to Colorado,
I went to Colorado.
and you went to
I went
Montreal,
to
or some
um,
cottage place in
Orford, Quebec via Montreal. Orford is somewhat near Sherbrooke. And I also went to the Adirondacks in New
right.
York
Yeah.
with my family.
We should do everything.
Yes. So I had a lot of traveling this summer. Perhaps more traveling than I've ever done in one
How
single
did you get so
summer.
much time off work?
I utilized a lot of long weekends. Like, I utilized Canada Day weekend and Labor Day weekend. So I actually have only taken 2 weeks off total.
Huh.
And I still have a little left. And actually, my work, you can't save vacation days after the year, so I have to use them. But yeah, it's been a good summer for me. Colorado is really cool, seeing the Rockies, and
Flips that battery so bad.
this guy's cool. And going to Quebec was also really nice.
Can't
Just this
backstab.
past weekend. No. Oh, his
My.
armor is really good if you're only doing 166 to him. Oh my god. That was through the shield?
I think.
I think you dropped it at the last second. Oh.
Yeah, it must have been through the shield.
Oh my god.
You're tough, buddy. It's the narrowness of the walkway makes it more difficult.
Just like
If you want to circle a guy like that.
just like the Confederation Trail.
Yeah. If only we could have circled. The
Good thing
trail.
there was no massive guy with a sword hacking at us. You know, I'm glad I did all the traveling, but I'm glad to be back to Dark Soulsing,
Hmm.
getting jiggy with it.
So it was a good summer overall.
I'd say so.
It's not quite over, but it's pretty much over. It feels like fall right now.
School's back in action. I still feel that back to school feeling. It's
Really?
you know that
No.
I don't know why.
Well, I've been out of
just-
school much longer than you, so I don't know. I no longer have that.
But
feeling.
I mean, even it kind of feels more like I did in high school and elementary school. Like when I was going back to school for university, I was really excited 'cause I liked it. But going back to school before that was sort of
Pain.
it was a mix of sadness. Like, it was mostly sad and a little bit of anticipation because you got to see your school friends again. But I still kind of have it's sort of a weird mixture of anticipation and sadness. I don't. It's sort of phantom, like a phantom feeling, because I don't nothing's changed. I went to work all summer, but I still get that back to school feeling.
Back to school blues.
Yeah,
I don't.
just always blue.
That's a depressing thing to say. But
Were you
how
the
can I be
kind
blue, Nick, when I'm with you?
of, oh my god.
I feel like it's sidestepping. It's hard to get because I'm slow as it is,
Yeah.
and it doesn't stagger him at all.
See, this guy is really good against someone like you who doesn't dodge. Because normally you can take any hits.
Well, I can take his side swipe, but not his overhead slash.
Yeah.
I guess I just shouldn't go in for a strike for that one.
No.
Or I guess
I don't chance it.
because what if I do get a strike and he decides to hit back with the overhead, and kind of done for.
Yeah.
So I can get behind him. We're almost out of here though, Nick.
Feels like we've been here forever.
This nightmare is behind us soon enough.
We have been in real time. We've been here for like
Right in the head.
2 months, 3 months. We should be back in action more often though.
Wish these guys could.
These guys are really annoying. Alright, here we go, friend. Look at all those blood stains.
Ah. It's charging.
Oh,
Fine, this takes off everything.
oh my god. No, no.
Strike.
Roll.
I don't need a backseat driver, Nick.
Swing. Miss.
That's bad.
Oh no. Oh, I'm
Oh, good for him.
taunting you at the end. He better drop something.
I've almost
good.
had him twice. If I can just get him while he's Estus flasking.
Just gonna run by.
Can you ranged attack him?
I don't know if you've noticed, Nick, through like the 40 hours we've been playing, but I'm not a ranged guy.
Huh. Could have sworn.
Like, I could hit him with an arrow and do like
I mean-
10 damage, and then he would run at me. Like,
There's no way to do it like you did the dragon's tail.
well, that was a stationary target, right? It's not like I hit him and then he just takes it.
All right, all right.
I
you
hit
have
him,
to
he'll
get
turn
all
around and he'll
up and
see
up
me, and
and-
then he'll run at me.
Up in arms about it.
Any other suggestions?
Why don't you jump off the edge? Do us all a favor.
The way I'm doing it is the way it must be done. Guess if I could run. Like, that is a problem with this thing, is that for whatever reason, like, it doesn't respond correctly at that time.
Is it a lag thing or is it a game thing?
Well, I press the control stick down all the way and press the run button,
Oh,
and he walks.
I hate anything that involves control
Or
sticks pressing down.
I press down while I'm locked on, so I should be backing up at a fast pace, and I walk back. What's so funny? Something to share with the rest of the class, Nick?
No.
I'm gonna snicker every time I get hit by an enemy.
I'd like to.
Well, it's kind of like what happens in this game. You get hit, and you keep going. It's not really a big deal. They give you more work to deal with that guy and not get hit than just run by him and take a hit. At this point, I'm so overpowered than these guys that it doesn't matter. Just when they group up on me. Somewhat of a worry.
Oh, there we go.
Who's laughing now, Nick?
Just having a good time.
Where's he going?
Trying to send some positive vibes your way.
There's more positivity in this, Nick.
I'm sending the vibes.
Well, you say that. I'm not feeling them.
You can do it, Mike. I believe in you. You've beaten every other challenge so far. Estus?
He's not low enough yet.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I told you could do it.
Mm-hmm. It's all you.
I don't know where you'd be without me.
I wonder that myself sometimes. Can feel it. We're almost there. Didn't I say there was a whole annex to explore though first?
Yeah. Is it not this?
Oh, I think this is actually when we captured. Oh, it's
Oh.
this lady. This is an optional boss.
Okay.
Let's talk to her. See how to proceed.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not. Thou must returneth whence thou came. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind, but thou dost not belong. I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. Thou must returneth with this
So, is this the annex? I don't really want to fight her. Seems nice enough.
Do you know what she drops?
Like an armor set.
We don't need that. Oh. There's the king's armor. Xanthos. It does increase your defense. You do look ridiculous.
It's worse.
Better magic defense.
But worse in every other way.
That's better. You don't get bonuses for having a completed set.
Nah, this looks better.
This actually kind of looks good.
It
Other
seems
than-
out of place. The thing in the middle. Looks like I got a skirt. Although I'm a lady.
I don't know, I think the armor works with the other stuff.
Really? I think it clashes.
It just looks like you're wearing the armor over the yellow suit.
I don't know.
How much worse is it?
It doesn't say, it doesn't compare, it just says it's worse. It doesn't say how much worse. Oh,
That's better.
yeah.
Use the black iron.
Where did I get that, I wonder? I wonder if the weight was a problem?
Yeah, probably.
Well, I guess I'm leaving. I'll explore the annex some other time.
I think it looks good as an outfit.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's quite imposing.
And here we are, back here.
And here's those guys to greet me. I'm gonna work my way back to the bonfire and then call it a day.
Sounds good to me. Your helmet and your club are now more in proportion.
That's true. Interchangeable, even. Later. Oh, I'm being chased. So eventually where I want to go. Yeah, I want to go this way.
Yeah, I think that, yeah. It's been a while since we've been
Yeah,
here.
quite an interlude.
Even in episode number, we spent like 4 episodes in Painted World.
I don't know how I feel about this outfit, Nick. At the nearest convenience, I will find a better outfit and change it up. 'Cause this is,
What don't you like about the goofy hat?
yeah, and the clashing.
Black and yellow?
What? Black and yellow, black and yellow.
That's yeah. Black and yellow is a tried and true color combination.
I almost want to just put this on to.
I don't know, I kind of think it looks better with the armor in the center.
Really?
It breaks it up, gives it some contrast.
Like a bumblebee.
Like the Pittsburgh Steelers, one of the most iconic franchises in the National Football League.
You still think? Yeah, it doesn't seem.
As
Right.
you allude to, there's a whole song about it. I don't know. I think it works.
Hey, whoa, what are you doing?
I'll have to research armor sets and stuff and see about upgrading.
I mean,
No, that's my least. I mean, I like having cool, but I don't like as far as like armor sets and weapons and stuff and having good ones. But it's the process of leveling them up and going to weaponsmiths and all that stuff. Blacksmiths, I don't care for it. As far as aspects of this game, it's always the actual combat, and it's always just like how I don't want to think about leveling it up.
for me, I love like leveling equipment and working with equipment. And
I like
loot.
being stronger at it, but I just don't like the process.
I'm not sure about. Is it the specific process of this, or do you not like that aspect in RPGs?
Yeah, the first thing you said.
Is it just because it's sort of opaque as a
Mhm.
process?
Yeah, and it's because it's not like in most RPGs where it's easy to get to. I have to go a long way to
Oh,
find the
That's true.
specific blacksmith to do the specific thing,
That's a
and
good
then
point.
it takes too much time.
Yeah.
Much like this episode.
Yeah. Well, hey, we haven't had them in a while, so nice long one's good. But see you
We'll have more. Yeah.
See you next time.